Hey, what's up YouTube? This is We All Juggle Knives with another Tops knife to show you. Yes, welcome to my review of that, the Hoffman Harpoon. Right, and you can see why it's called Harpoon. Right, look at the head of this blade, very pointed. This is 1095 high carbon steel. The blade length is 2 1/4 inches, but the overall length is 8 inches. Right, so it's like a neck knife size blade, but with a full size of handle. Comes with that paracord wrap, which I've modified slightly. You can see the jimping on the a thumb rest there. Now the thickness on this is 0.19 inches, which is fairly thick for a small knife, which is good because it's meant for harpooning things. You don't want it to break, and I'm confident that this would not break. Now there's 5 different versions of this knife, okay? This is the Harpoon. They also have the XL Harpoon, which is a drop point and larger. They have the High Desert Harpoon, which has real handle scales. They have the Mini Harpoon, and they have a Tops key knife, which is based on the Harpoon. Okay, so I'm going to include links to all the Harpoons, and you guys can pick and choose which of the 5 fits your needs, okay? But these are available on Amazon, so I will include those links for you. But this is a pretty cool knife. There is going to be some stabbing later in the video because that's like the whole point of this existing is mainly piercing, but it is also an auxiliary cutting tool as well. Why did I choose this model? I prefer the full-size handle. If you're going to have something that's stabby, I like the full-size handle, good grip. Okay, it also comes with basically a little survival kit. That Lansky sharpener, a signal whistle, the flat whistle, a fire starter, and that is one of those GI can openers. It also includes detailed instructions for how to use that ferro rod with magnesium rods, which is the fire starter. So here's the sheath itself. You see it comes with that tie down, right? It has a Velcro overflap holding the blade in, and there is also a plastic insert, right? So it's set up, you can wear it as a neck knife. It does not have a belt loop to speak of, okay? So that is the sheath. You know, it's less of a tactical and more of an outdoor survival type sheath. Okay, it's shank a fool time. Yes, and I left the volume on so you can hear the impacts, right? Just testing out this knife. First of all, I'm testing the grip and my lanyard. And of course you want to see if the tip holds up to what it's supposed to be doing. Now you could imagine if you actually mounted this at the end of a spear shaft, how much more force you could get. But I'm getting a lot of force anyway. I bought this as a knife. I don't actually plan to harpoon anything, so I'm testing it as what I bought it for, as a small knife. Okay, and yes, I mean this thing, if that were flesh, this thing would be going in, you know, past the barb. Now I did make a few slight modifications to this. Originally that paracord grip went all the way up to there. I removed part of the grip. I used a scalpel and cut away part of it, and then I reburnt the ends, right? And when I was doing stabbing practice, the grip stretched out, so I had to remove even more of it to take the stretching into account. But basically now it only has as much grip as I need for my size of hand, right? Because I felt the extra grip would get in the way of the piercing. Now I also sized that lanyard to perfectly fit my hand in both reverse, or as you can see, hammer grip as well. And that is to give me extra safety so that even if my hand slipped, that lanyard would physically prevent me from going up onto the edge. Right, now I also think this might be better if the black traction coating were removed, at least from the part that's supposed to be piercing into the animal or assailant or whoever. Right, but as you can see, this is pretty darn good in the hammer grip, the ice pick grip that opens up some different targets. You can lash out, you can hook, right? If it's edge in, you can hook different parts that you might need to hook. You can also draw cut. right? But if the edge is out, you can lash out with the old slash and poke, right? Slash and poke, little combo, or up slash and down slash. So this is actually a very versatile little item. That is a modified saber grip. It is for going between ribs or up under ribs. And I didn't invent that. Don't blame me. That's a known grip. Okay, I didn't invent that. I'm not saying to do that, but if you're going to review something like this, why not be thorough? All right, so this is a pretty interesting item. Now you might be thinking, we all juggle knives. Why the hell is every single blade you review kind of like a shank? All right, well, first of all, only about half of them are like shanks, and that's not because of me. That's because that's what many, many, many knife companies are putting out there. Every single year, all the knife companies have, a lot of it is basically high-tech, glorified shanks with better material, better steel, but, you know, it's a little poker. I mean, small knives, if they're pointy, they almost can't help but be able to be used for that. Now this is 2.7 ounces. You won't feel it. Great backup cutting tool, great last ditch defensive blade, and if you need a harpoon head in emergency, it can do that too. I hope you enjoyed seeing this blade. This has been We All Juggle Knives. I'm out.